Hey, what's up? It's Fuel Your Life Friday. Let's go. Welcome back to another Fuel Your Life Friday episode. I know we're about, a month plus into this whole social distancing and staying at home life. And for other parts of the world, if you're anywhere other than the United States, that time frame could be much longer. And I know that you've probably read so many articles or have seen memes or infographics about tips for working from home. But I gotta put my 2 cents out there. I've worked from home for about 8 years, and for about 7 of those 8 years, I have had a baby on my lap or a toddler or preschooler by my side. I've had to master working from home with kids. That's not to say I'm perfect, but I know how difficult it is, and with so many around the world working remotely, I thought I'd give you some of my own personal tips that I use to maximize my workflow. Number 1, minimize distractions. I'm one of those people who has a hard time working in a messy space, especially if that mess is not mine and was not part of my creative mindset, right? So sitting at the table working while staring at a sink full of dishes really drives me absolutely batty. Make sure that you create a space that has minimal distractions. Number 2, bulk create or batch work. Last week, I worked for about 12 hours on a Sunday because that's when I was able to. But in that time frame, I scheduled all of my posts for the next couple weeks, created mass amounts of graphics and blog posts, and I edited about 5 podcast episodes. I love to batch my work because then I can keep my attention throughout the week on more productive type of activities, which I covered in last week's Fuel Your Life Friday episode. So if you missed it, go back and check out that episode next. Number 3, wake up early or go to bed after your kid's bedtime. I can get more work done in 1 hour of silence than I can in 5 hours with mass distraction. I love to optimize my mornings before my kids get up because I know that's when I'm most productive. Years ago, when I could still hang and I wasn't dead tired by 8 p.m. nightly, I would work well into the late night after my kids went to sleep. I can't do that anymore, but you gotta find what works for you and create the extra time if needed. Number 4, have a clear to-do list. Not much makes me feel more accomplished than when I get to cross something off my to-do list. I know it sounds kind of sad, but they really keep me organized and I can focus on the task at hand. I do my to-do list by the week, but if you need to have more of a daily schedule, feel free to break it down that way. Number 5, schedule breaks. I have 2 alarms set on my phone, one for lunch and one for meditating. And when my kids are in school, I also have an alarm to remember to go pick them up. Remember, I said I'm not perfect. But if I don't have these alarms, I can easily work from 8 to 3 without even taking a break. Once I'm in this zone, this creative zone, time flies. So I have to schedule my breaks in so I can take those mindful moments. And as a bonus tip, release your expectations. Live more in a flow state and understand that each day presents its own unique challenges and circumstances. More now than ever, we need to show ourselves more grace by releasing those unrealistic expectations that we've set for ourselves. I hope these tips helped. If you are working from home and it's new to you, just know that you've got this. If you've enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend and be sure to give the podcast a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or wherever it is that you tune in and turn it up. That's all for today. I'll see you back here next week. And until then, remember, every level of life is an opportunity to grow. Be well, my friend.